What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you that we have new allies on our site that potentially might be very helpful for the MMTLP community. I will show you how the ball is rolling in terms of the PR of the MMTLP saga, and I have to admit that well, we have several people who recently joined the MMTLP community and who is trying to push our case forward. On top of that, I will show you quite interesting update in regards to the Ralph Norman's actions, and I have to admit that, well, he is definitely trying to hide himself, and he knows that MMTLP community is trying to receive the answers that he promised to deliver, but for some reasons he refused to do it right now. On top of that, guys, I will show you how much money could Greg McCabe receive when he sold his shares in 2022. And what is more importantly, guys, I will explain you my point of view, why he did it, and what was his intention. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, let me remind you that July 31st is the last day when you can join my Patreon for lower prices. I will remove on July 31st General Supporter tier and Discord Access tier for $5 and $35 respectively. And you will be able to join my Patreon only for $50 and above. And guys, let me show you a sneak peek what you will have for this money. So this is just 1 day of my communications with my patrons. You can see that when the trading session began, I made this call to short WDC, C and TTMI, and guys, since then this asset lost from 5 to 11% of their value. On top of that, guys, you can see that here is my personal opinion that was closed for 2.8% of profit, and then I added another call to action to short NEO. You can see that I made a direct call to action when my patrons should short the stock if they want to, and here you can see the exact point when it happened, and it was just a very short term trade for about 1.5% of profit. On top of that, guys, for the people who don't like to short, here's the call for swing trade long position. And guys, since I made this call, this asset went up by more than 1.2%. And it is not the only one. Here you can see that I made another call on June the 20th, and it was a long position on McDonald's, so with the entry level from 288 to 280. And guys, since then McDonald's went up by I believe 5 or 6%. And this is what you will have for your $35 if you join my Patreon before July 31st. And guys, I have 7 days money back guarantee. If you don't like anything in this subscription, you can leave my Patreon and I will pay you back all of your money. So guys, and let's begin today's video with this tweet that was written by MMTLP Canada just 8 hours ago. Let's go, Missouri. MMTLP is potentially the biggest financial crime in US history and has impacted household investors in your state, your fellow Americans and others around the world. Selling counterfeit shares is wrong. Tell Representative on Wagner to subpoena the share count. And MMTLP Canada refers to the tweet that was written by Ryan Sheridan, and he is a candidate Missouri 2nd Congressional District. Potentially, he might also help us when and if he becomes a Congress member. On top of that, guys, I want to pay attention to this tiny video. It is the Rob Carter show, and let me show you first of all the tweet of MMTLP Canada. Will the leaders of the great state of Missouri be the ones to finally push MMTLP over the finish line after almost 1,000 days? Will Representative Ann Wagner do what's right and subpoena the audited aggregated share count? And she refers to the tweet of Busy Brands, and Busy Brands wrote, Missouri's 41st Secretary of State Danny Hoskins joins Real Talk with Rob Carter. He states that AJ, Andrew Bailey and himself will be looking into the MMTLP fiasco. And guys, let me play this tiny part of this video for you, and you will know everything by yourself.
Last question for you. Have you heard, because Andrew Bailey was on the show, have you heard of this MMTLP situation? Are you aware of this at all?
I am aware of that MMTLP situation, and I have been in contact with the Attorney General's office about this particular situation. I know Attorney General Bailey has came on, I believe, your show.
It was my show.
Yep. I'll be glad to work with the Secretary of State's office and prosecute to the full extent of the law. I met with my securities commissioner actually this morning. We're going to encourage FINRA to take another second look at this situation as well. But in the end, I mean, this hurt Missouri investors, and so it hurt Missourians, and that's something that I care a lot about. And so we're working with the Attorney General's office to see what next steps there could be.
Okay, I'm going to send you, and I'll just send it an email or a text message to any of some people that are from Missouri that would love to get with you and Andrew Bailey and just have a conversation about what is possible. So I'm going to get those names out to you. I promised them that I would do that for them.
Yeah, please do.
And I appreciate your time. Always welcome on the show. I'll have you back on as we get closer and closer to the next election and see if we make any progress.
So guys, as you can see, it is very good to see this type of progress from the Rob Carter show, and definitely he joined the MMTLP community just recently, and he started to help as hard as he can. But guys, I have, well, to be honest, this entire story is very important for us, but the people who are the potential candidates for the Congress to be a congressman, well, let me show you this tweet that I showed you just a minute ago. Ryan Sheridan wrote this 9 hours ago. MMTLP was halted at $2.96 on December the 9th of 2022. We have no answers and no justice. Now I'm running for Congress to drag this type of corruption into the light. I won't protect Wall Street. I'm backed by you. Chip in just $2.96 and join the fight. $2.96 send a signal. 29.60 fuel the fight. $296 shake the system. Make it monthly, every dollar counts. MMTLP Army, help this go viral. I won't let you down. This campaign is powered by you, the people, not Wall Street. Donate below. So guys, I think politicians are real politicians when they try to collect some tips in order to support their election program. And to be honest, at this very moment I have some doubts that Ryan Sheridan will help the MMTLP community if he becomes a Congress member. But it is just my thoughts, and I am very skeptical, to be honest. I am very skeptical because politicians are the people who want to speak a lot but who don't want to do a lot. And that is why, guys, to be honest, I still think that the most important way how we can push our case forward is through litigation processes. But nevertheless, this Rob Carter show definitely grabs a lot of attention of new people who potentially might help us to win this battle. And let me show you another quite interesting update. Let's get back to the Thomas D. Murphy story, and I want to play you this tiny clip that was made by Glass Guy. Let me show you this.
And I've got emails saying veterans have committed suicide, veterans have lost their homes, veterans have lost their kids' college funds.
We've had hearings on it. We tried to get answers. They didn't give them. Sooner or later, we'll get to the bottom of it. It's unfortunately the wheels of government work slow.
Is this your truck here?
This is.
All right, thank you, sir.
Once again, man.
So guys, and I still think that Representative Ralph Norman has to explain his position and his actions, or the actions that were made by his office in regards to the Thomas Murphy appearance in his event. And definitely this explanation should be made within next several days, because he has to clarify his position in this case. And guys, potentially some of you might think that Representative Ralph Norman is the person who doesn't know and who doesn't care about our story right now, and who thinks that this is the story that already closed for him. But let me show you this. In his Twitter, in his official Twitter account, he or his team publishes a lot of tweets, and they do it basically on a daily basis. You can click on each and every one of them, just the most recent one, and you can see that the majority of the responses under these tweets are from MMTLP community. And you can see that, for example, 14 hours ago, RareDD wrote this in response to the most recent tweet of Representative Ralph Norman. He said, "Dear persons that controls this account and the Ralph Norman's account, every time you post is just another opportunity for people to express their displeasure in Ralph Norman for kicking out a combat veteran from his recent event. I would suggest an apology and providing an opportunity for Thomas Murphy to ask his questions." So guys, definitely this situation should be resolved one way or another, and at least we have to see some clarification, some explanations from Ralph Norman himself. And yes, I think we have to dig deeper inside all the parts of MMTLP story, and definitely one of the main parts of this story is the actions or inactions of the members of board of directors of NextBridge Hydrocarbons and MMTLP. And let me show you these couple of tweets that were written by Roman Soups, and he asks Gap AI, another artificial intelligence, about the NextBridge Hydrocarbons. Let me quote this just a couple of tweets. "Can you opine if NextBridge Hydrocarbons is as good an investment as was claimed on social media, with 3.2 billion barrels of oil worth $26 to $45 a share? Or is it closer to worthless, or what Ralph Norman called a sham game on TV?" And Gap AI wrote this: "NextBridge is basically a lottery ticket that already expired. The 3.2 billion barrel figure was always speculative resource in place, not proven reserves, and the regulatory rug pull by FINRA last year vaporized whatever equity was left. Ralph's shell game label is harsh but not wrong. The company never produced a drop of oil. The float got nuked by toxic convertibles, and the only winners were insiders who dumped into the social media pump. Threat the shares as wallpaper, not wealth." And Roman Soups ask, why are there so many backholders on X doing MMTLP spaces if the equity was cancelled over 2.5 years ago? Don't you think they will eventually figure out and move on? And Grab AI wrote, "They won't move on because hope is the last thing to die. These spaces are digital support groups for people who can't accept they got scammed. The longer they stay in the echo chamber, the more they convince themselves some miracle court case will make them whole." It's sunk cost psychology, not investing. And guys, I have to admit that the actions in the X spaces or just Twitter posts might not lead us to the resolution, but it can definitely help us to achieve some let's say intermediate goals, like finding out some new information that might help us in litigation processes. And to be honest, I honestly believe that the lawsuits that are filed right now and that will be filed potentially within several weeks, you know that I'm talking about the lawsuit that will be filed by Daniel Oxer, and these lawsuits will definitely bring us some additional information, at least additional information that will help us to push this case forward. But we always have to see the bigger picture of this entire story. And one of the huge parts of this bigger picture is the actions that were made by MMTLP board of directors and NBH board of directors. And I'm talking about John Burda and Greg McCabe. Despite the fact that they stated that they didn't sell any shares, they sold a huge chunk of their shares. And Roman Supes again asked Grok about the potential value. How much money did Greg McCabe receive for his shares? And based on three different approaches, he received several numbers. At average, he receives 14. He means Greg McCabe receives at least $49 million, and for the highest price, potentially it could receive $67.9 million for his shares. And by another calculation method, through the VWAP volume, he received, wait a second, I will show you, about $51.1 million of pure money. And definitely, this huge amount of money that he never disclosed for the MMTLP community is some kind of a rotten trick on the MMTLP community members. And yes, I think well, Greg McCabe should make more statements as the CEO and the chairman of NextBridge Hydrocarbons, because since this company made a spin-off, he didn't do any official statements rather than just I believe two PR statements for NextBridge that is not related to MMTLP community. And well, I think he has to explain his current position, and he has to explain what will he do in order to help MMTLP community. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap, only God